pounding coming from the front door of his house on the South Hill woke Jonathan Dunken from sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then the doorbell chimed, pulling him further away from his slumber and fully awake. He had only been asleep for an hour, as he had been up late the night before sketching building concepts for a client. He was the co-founder and sole architect of his and his brother Tyler's company, Willow Design, a company the two of them started just a few years ago after Marie passed and Jonathan needed more work to throw himself into. Pushing his eyelids open, he sat up in his bed, smoothing a hand over his face. Who on earth is that? He wondered. The doorbell chimed again, and he begrudgingly emerged from his bed and left his bedroom. He traveled out from his room through the long hallway and down the glass stairs. As he entered the foyer, more pounding on the door sounded, edging his already growing irritation. He was ready to rip into whoever was on the other side of that door. But when he finally opened it, his heart plunged, and the wind fanning his anger fell quiet. It was his sister-in-law, Shauna Gilshock, a woman he hadn't seen since the funeral 4 years ago. Shauna looked just like he remembered her. A mess, her brunette hair disheveled. Eyeliner mingled with rainwater ran down each of her cheeks. She was wearing a stained pair of ragged sweats 3 times too big and a ragged, oversized hooded sweatshirt. He immediately noticed the sight of fresh blood on a cut near her left eyebrow. "I need your help, Jonathan. I didn't know where else to go." Her voice was strained, filled with desperation. She jerked her head toward the car in the driveway. Sheets of rain and wind whipped back and forth in the night's air, dancing across the headlights of the car. "My dad wouldn't let me come to his house. I need a place for me and my daughter Rose to stay tonight. My boyfriend beat me again, and I'm leaving him for good this time. You're the only person I know that he doesn't know. Please?" Jonathan was moved with compassion, though a part of him wanted to say no to her. Deep down, somewhere beneath the pain and grief that followed losing his wife, he heard a whisper and felt a nudge. Let her stay. "Okay, you can stay." He helped her inside with her luggage and daughter. The luggage she had brought didn't consist of much: a backpack and 1 suitcase. Once the two of them had everything inside the house in the foyer, he led the way to the guest room on the main floor of the 2-story house. The room was tucked away at the end of the hallway. Opening the door, he flipped on the light switch. 2 lamps, one on each nightstand on either side of the bed, turned on. Each of the nightstands, along with the dresser and crown molding, was stark white. The walls were a warm brown, not dark, but not light either. On the far side of the bedroom, near the dresser, was another door